Good afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Monday, December 16th, 2019, and we are so excited to have in the studio with us Heart Attack Man. Whenever you're ready.
What the fuck is up, Audiotree? We're Heart Attack Man from Cleveland, Ohio. Shut this shit off. Sugarcoating. Hey, what's up, I hate your guts. Guitar shit, Sean is riding up. I hope you get your ass kicked. It's just so painfully fake and plastic. It's such a motherfucker, such a soul sucker. Wanna watch you score and suffer. Ain't nobody thinks that will roll you. Mercy is a virtue, but all I want
You're watching Audiotree live. We're in the studio with Heart Attack Man. Are we all holographic or here in person? I know sometimes it gets a little hazy a little bit, but we're all here.
I can hardly believe it.
So they've been on tour for a while, and sometimes they post little stories of their adventures on the road, whether it be video or in post form. And I need to know the full epic saga that was that Airbnb in Little Rock. Like, I don't think the post like really does that story justice.
It didn't do it justice.
Yeah.
The worst Thanksgiving ever.
Yeah.
It was the worst
Our
Thanksgiving ever, but it was also, I'd say, the most memorable Thanksgiving ever. No insult to my family or anything.
Yeah, a lot of that is just like you just eat, you hang out with family, and then like you go home. But this was like, oh, cool, the thermostat doesn't work, and then I ripped it off the wall. Like, she told me to rip it off the wall, and it'll just replace it if it happens. And then there was no Wi-Fi. The washing machine flooded. Adam threw hangers around the garage.
So all of this stuff, first off, we had to break in because the door was locked, and there was like a key code to get in, but like the deadbolt was locked. So Ty texted, what was her name?
Jody.
Hopefully she's not
Jody,
here
if you're watching this,
I hate you, Jody, so
yeah.
much.
you ruined Thanksgiving, Jody. But so we had to, she was like, oh, one of the back windows should be open, and so we checked them, and like none of them were except for this one that was above. It was the kitchen window, but it was like above. It was on against this sliding railing that was wood, and it was raining out, so it was really slippery. So I broke the screen off and then opened the window because it was unlocked, and then crawled in, and then we were in, and then we realized that the heat didn't work, all these issues like the Wi-Fi, all that, and then for whatever reason, with all these issues, Adam was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my laundry, not even thinking that maybe that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But he puts all of his clothes in the washer. It fills up with water, and then it stops working, and he's just fuming. And so yeah, it's just problem after problem.
I lost my temper.
Yeah. It's like, at what point do you feel you're in some sort of like misery saw house?
Yeah. Within about an hour of being there, it was
It
like,
definitely crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, is Jody gonna?
is she just
She's
gonna
pop
pop
by
out?
and like
Yeah.
take a hacksaw to my Achilles tendons. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so then we found bed bugs, and we were like,
Just the
we
icing
should have
on the
checked.
cake.
This should have been like the first thing we checked.
Yeah.
But we found bed bugs. Fortunately, none of us had laid in the beds yet, so I think we
Thankful for
avoided that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Adam just threw all his wet clothes onto the bed,
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was.
Oh my
It was
awful.
bizarre. It seemed like no one had actually been in the house in years. It had just been like sitting there for a while.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's
Yeah.
right. Because she said that she didn't charge a cleaning fee, and she just like requested that everyone clean up.
But there was
Oh,
no
yeah.
cleaning supplies. There was
Yeah, none.
No
dish
cleaning
soap. There was nothing. So I don't know.
Just like, I trust you to
do.
get this done.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
So yeah, we just got a hotel and
Yeah.
It was so haggard.
we got our money back. So
Oh, that's good at least.
Yeah.
And I see everyone is wearing a piece of beautiful Heart Attack Man clothing.
Yes.
And a lot of you work in kind of screen printing and sticker printing production. Does working in that industry and having kind of like the know-how of how those processes work kind of make it that much easier? Or does it kind of make it harder?
it makes it easier for us because
Yeah.
now we print all of our own stuff, so we can pretty much just do whatever we want. So that
Whatever,
it makes
whenever.
it makes it easier that way.
Yeah.
Not having to go through somebody else. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Got the sticker hookup with the tie.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ty's our
Employee
sticker man.
discount.
Yeah, and that's like these beanies are now like the thing because
Yeah.
what, your fans are the Baby Carrot Gang?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like if
Shout
you don't
out.
if you like this session, immediately go to their website and become a member of the Baby Carrot Gang.
Once you're in, you can't leave
Yeah,
ever, unless you.
beanie in, beanie
Die.
out. You have to like ship back your
Yeah.
beanie. It's like
Yeah.
we're too lazy to like find you like blood in, blood out. Just ship us back the beanie and we'll call it even. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready, and I know our viewers
I
are
gotta
probably ready.
switch guitars.
Oh, switch guitars. Yeah, go for it. So while Eric is switching, they are kind of. My interviews are just so riveting, like that. You get caught up in the storytelling and everything. They have a couple dates left on their tour with Boston Manor, Microwave, and Selfish Things. They're in Detroit tomorrow on the 17th, in Cleveland on the 18th, Toronto on the 19th, and ending it in Hartford, Connecticut on the 20th. So if you're near any of those areas, definitely get your tickets, check out those shows. And then when we come back from their little musical break, we're going to talk more about their latest release entitled Fake Blood.
The distraction worked. All right. Okay. Feeling good, feeling great. This song is called Blood Blister. And it goes like this. I staged your death and then covered up my steps when I was dreaming. Let's go! Now everything's left off in the pits and no one heard you screaming. I wake up and try to shake out the feeling stuck inside. Sometimes it seems the world ending for me is so defeating. God damn it, why did I do more than I deserve this? Was this so sick and twisted until I purpose? Something tells me that I won't ever really understand it. I watch the time when I close my eyes, but I still hear you whisper. I clean out the stains that don't paint it, but that's underneath the blister. It doesn't stop. Face down and float up to the top. Dead skin, a phantom when memories I feel them like a splinter. God damn it, what did I do? Or did I deserve this? Was this so sick and twisted underlying purpose? I'm drained out, the careless, drop the dead wind. Keep my balance, take beauty, leave it rendered, lifeless in the footing. I kick myself when I'm overwhelmed and when I feel surrounded. I take a breath cause there's nothing left that I can do about it. I just need to relax a little. 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 Thank you. This next song is called Cut My Losses. If you know it, sing it with me.
You told me you're gonna kill yourself, and that it's all 'cause of me. You said read it in my suicide letter, but I never found your obituary. I couldn't find your name, driving me insane. I bet I let you twist and fold me. I can't help the fact you hate yourself, and felt that you should take it all out of me. I don't hope you're doing better. Audiotree, I'll just cut my losses. Oh, what's down the road, you'll go across it. Just get away from me. 1,000 times you tried, you pulled me down every single time. Sink your teeth into my neck while I'm sleeping. Suck the life out of me. Say you're gonna paint the walls with your brain, 'cause you wanna see me worried. Go ahead and load your gun. Go and tie your noose. Do what you gotta do to crack me open. You ring me out, hang me up and bleed me dry, and pass me through the ringer till it's broken. You said I'll read it in your letter. I'll just cut my losses. Oh, what's down the road, you'll go across it. Just get away from me. 1,000 times you tried, you pulled me down every single time. 1,000 times I tried. I realized I had your back. I reciprocated every time. Die.
Thank you.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Heart Attack Man, and that last song, Cut My Losses, also did an acoustic version of it. I know this album, Fake Blood, in general, kind of like thorny themes, I think was the quote from the Hard Times article. And, you know, initially no one really wanted to touch it, and then, like, you're handling this whole perception of the song and, you know, the album and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about you as a band, kind of the conversations of how you reacted to all of that, and, like, moving forward, did it affect, like, your response to it, or were you just like, no, this is us, this is what we're doing, if
It's
you
just
get
who
it?
we are. It's
yeah.
like, I don't know, just brutal honesty. One sec. Yeah, I don't know. With that song, for me, that was like the first song that I wrote for the album, and the lyrics just like came right out of me, and I don't know, I just couldn't ignore that, and I was like, you know, this might be a little touchy, but I don't know, we just decided to roll with it, and it was like, can't ignore those kinds of things. You gotta, you know, be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and just say what needs to be said.
Yeah, and I feel it's, you know, with like the videos and the Twitter stuff, it's very like comedic kind of content and stuff like that. But
We
then
have fun.
to like open yourself and be vulnerable to those like experiences and kind of meld that comedic, but at the same time, like, hey, we're people too, and we have these like serious issues and
exactly.
feelings that we're dealing with, is like really, really awesome in my opinion. Did you feel that if that was kind of the first song that spurred this album, like what else, like how did you find like the other tracks that they were kind of like,
For me,
with that being such a strong song to kind of be like, oh yeah, this also blends with this album versus like, oh, we're gonna shelf that for the next release. Like, how did you
for that,
figure that out?
starting with that, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, this record's gonna be an angry one, you know? It's like, it's just kind of like set the tone for all of it, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't want to like write a song like that and then just be like, then just write a bunch of songs being like, this girl,
Yeah.
I'm so fucking sad, dude. Like, I don't know, I'm just tired of that.
Mm-hmm. And how was did you do anything unique or different in this recording process as opposed to other EPs or LPs that you've done with this project or other projects?
We got to spend more time making it. This was like the most time that we've been allotted for recording ever. Our debut, The Manson Family, we did in 6 days. And those were like 6 days that were like nonstop. We would record for like 20 hours and then sleep for like 3.
We would all like take turns sleeping.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
It was like it was pretty intense, and by the end of it, felt very
rushed, kind of.
It
And
felt kind of rushed, but
Yeah.
it was like we got it done. We were happy with it, and we're still
it's
proud
awesome.
of it.
I like it a lot still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we still we're still proud of it.
Where did you find that neon sign, by the way?
I got it made.
Yeah, it was
specifically
custom. Made. Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it was.
That'd be a
custom.
crazy find. Like
That would be. I was like,
Manson
in this
family.
dive bar in Cleveland.
it's
just
called
like,
the Manson Family.
Yeah. It's a theme
It was the-
bar,
it was
you know,
this-
it's a
it was-
pop-up bar.
A weird theme.
It was a failed reality TV show.
Oh no.
It's like the real world, but
So
with
you're-
murder.
So you were saying Fake Blood, you had more time and you kind of
Yeah,
felt like
yeah.
you didn't have that rush or you had to like settle for anything.
Yeah, we
and
actually finished early. Like we
that
had
doesn't happen.
we had like 2.5 we had like 2.5 weeks carved out, and by the end of it, we were like trying to find things to do. And that was also we ended early one day to go see a show on Long Island because we recorded in New Jersey. So like we called it early one day and just went to a show, and yeah, so like did that, and then we actually recorded Low Hanging Fruit in the studio, like wrote and recorded in there, and we've never done that before, but like that was sort of the product of having been prepared for it, going in the studio, knowing everything, and we didn't like waste any time. So we recorded an extra song and finished early one day, and then left early. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, it felt very good. I felt like there's nothing I would change about it. There's nothing. I think we got it all out there.
Awesome. Well, I know I'm ready to hear more. If you're all tuned up and ready to go, let's get into the last batch of songs.
Yeah. All right. This next song is about Michael Douglas. It's not about Michael Douglas. It's about a movie starring Michael Douglas. Give it up for Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas, if you're watching this, I love you. This song is called Out for Blood. Tech guy in a can. I've passed the point of no return. I'll take a lap around the moon and orbit back to Earth. I had everything. I built the missiles that kept you safe. I'll take my problems elsewhere and beyond my way. Feel my wrath and clear a path, you motherfucker. Clear a path, I'm going home. I have become so cold, so numb. Load up my gun, I'm out for blood. Nightmares come to life, your past is back to haunt you. I can't feel anything at all, I'm out for blood. The drive-by shooters, the restraining order, the neo-Nazi, the worst traffic jam on earth, and the cops could never stop it. I'm the anti-hero, turned to supervillain, a violent crime statistic, one amongst the millions. Roll the prices back to 1965. I'm falling down the Broadway side. How did I become the bad guy? I
everything they told me to. Kill me or I will kill you. I have become so cold, so numb. Load up my gun, I'm out for blood. I have become so cold, so numb. Load up my gun, I'm out for blood. I'm out for blood. I'm out for blood. I'm out for blood. I'm out. Hell yeah. Let's get a circle pit going, Audiotree! The song's called Crisis Actor. Open up the package, peel off the plastic, breathe and vent to the masses. I feel so apathetic, it sounds so synthetic, poorly scripted and horribly directed. Sell me on the description, abuse me like a prescription, watered down and cut far beyond recognition. You pretend to be perfect, but only on the surface. The fight you put up defeats the purpose. Just say your lies while you're slowly rotting on the inside. Do it's one or the other, using all the buzzwords. You say fuck the police, but you really one of them undercover. Gather all your tokens, bag 'em up with a slogan. You can sell, I see what the side inside. Your secret's safe and no one can tell. Just say your lines. Just say your lines. Just say your lines. Just say them. Just say your lines. While you're slowly rotting on the inside. Slowly rotting on the inside. Slowly rotting on the inside.
Sick. One sec, I gotta change guitar.
While Eric is changing guitars, I saw in the advance that someone's really into vintage tees. Oh, man. Eric.
I like them too, but I just can't afford them. So. I find them at thrift stores, and that's pretty much all I can do. Eric's got a crazy collection, though.
That's so great. Like, I don't even know how you get into vintage tees, but we'll never know.
Oh, I got into it because of my friend Perry Shao. He's like the first person that I knew that was like a t-shirt collector.
Nice.
And he's a legend.
Very cool.
I love him dearly.
We're also baseball fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean's like, I just rock over here in the corner. I'm not.
I'm a hockey guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
I love how boring baseball is, which is usually why people hate baseball. But I love the pace of it because it's so relaxing on a Sunday afternoon to just sit and like have a cold one and watch a baseball game.
There you go.
I don't know. It's probably the most American I get, I guess.
Oh my gosh, yes. being
What
from.
about your bald eagle and American flag chess piece?
Oh yeah. So if
That's
you want,
pretty-
I mean, that's like kind of American, I guess.
and there's like a Ford truck and a Monster Energy drink logo right
And
here.
the skull. He has a skull logo tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
with
It's
barbed
really
wire
hot.
around
Coming
it.
out of like a bored out Harley Sportster tailpipe.
Yeah, and there's like a babe on it too, dude. It's like it's
and,
so sick.
and truck nuts.
Babe the
Yeah.
pig from the movie. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed when we were loading in, but our van has American flag truck
Yeah,
nuts.
Ty, you're actually the most American person I know.
Yeah. I should run for president.
You're really downplaying it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
All right.
baseball.
Last song. I'm sad.
Sorry.
Thank you all
just
so
wanna
much for
keep on
coming out. If you haven't donated yet, we're on tour and we hit me up on Cash App and Venmo.
We got merch in the
Cash
back.
App, I'm $ Eric Egan. I forget my Venmo name. But thank you all so much for coming out and, just supporting all the bands. This song's called Fake Blood. Bleeding to yesterday, a scene in retrograde. Fake apologies will never clean the mess you made. Let the town and spend, you trace around the dents. Scratch a message in the side to not resuscitate. Sullen eyes you stars are empty, there's no saving you. Life and death between your breath and barely breaking through. So precariously teetering between while in the waiting room. Praying for you to break. The skin is suffocate the pain. The second stretches into days. Fake blood is flowing through. Fake blood is flowing through your veins. You want a second chance? Extend an olive branch. Holding grudges like the gun that's in your other hand. Leave you in the past. The point of where you're at is one-dimensional, left up to circumstance. Trust is fading at the ends. It's nothing new to me. Start to pick apart the husk of who you used to be. Rose-colored glasses reading off a teleprompter like a eulogy. Collected fluently. Deep face and faceless. Fading corrode. Sway back and forth. Forget that you're broken. Bleeding to yesterday, a scene in retrograde. Fake apologies. Come on, one more time. Break. The skin is suffocate the pain. The second stretches into days. Fake blood is flowing through. Fake blood is flowing through. Fake blood is flowing through your veins. Thank you so much. We're Heart Attack Man.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with Heart Attack Man. Definitely check out their latest release entitled Fake Blood, available now, and catch them on the road with Boston Manor, Microwave, and Selfish Things. Big thanks to the awesome people here in the studio, camera and lighting crew, sound engineers, you, the viewers. I feel like someone told me that the stream is just all baby carrots. I feel like we can open up a farmer's market with all those carrots. Check out this session and others on iTunes, Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever else you stream or purchase music. Heart Attack Man, thank you so much for coming and performing this afternoon. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Give us a shout or the band on social media if you want to connect. And from all of us here at Audiotree Live, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?